Parle G gets the nostalgia. Bourbon gets the late-night chai dunking. But Good Day built one of the most loyal fan bases in India without making much noise. Just that buttery, crumbly, perfectly sweet biscuit doing all the talking for decades. Most people have no idea what actually goes into making it. Today, we're going inside the factory to see exactly how a Good Day biscuit is made, from raw ingredients arriving at the gate to that sealed yellow pack sitting on a shop shelf. Let's get into it.
It starts with ingredients, and this is where the foundation of everything is laid. The core recipe looks simple on paper: refined wheat flour, butter, sugar, milk solids, and a precise blend of leavening agents. But the quality control around those inputs is anything but casual. Every incoming batch gets tested before it's allowed anywhere near the production floor. Flour is checked for moisture content and protein levels. Butter is verified for fat content and freshness because butter is genuinely the soul of this biscuit. That warm, rich flavor you get the moment it hits your tongue comes entirely from the quality of fat going into the dough. Sugar is checked for purity, milk solids for fat percentage, and leavening agents for activity levels. Nothing moves into mixing until it clears the quality lab. When you're producing millions of biscuits every single day, even a small inconsistency in one ingredient shows up immediately across the entire batch, and Britannia simply doesn't allow that to happen.
Once everything clears inspection, the ingredients move into the mixing room. Large industrial mixers, some handling several hundred kilograms of dough per batch, bring everything together in a very specific sequence. Dry ingredients always go in first. Flour, sugar, milk solids, and leavening agents are blended together thoroughly before any fat is introduced. This ensures even distribution before the texture starts to change. Then, butter and shortening are added gradually while the mixer runs, slowly coating the flour particles and building that characteristic short, crumbly texture that Good Day is famous for. Liquids come in last. Controlled amounts of water and sometimes a small quantity of liquid glucose, added carefully to bring the dough to exactly the right consistency. Timing matters enormously here. Overmix and the gluten develops too strongly, making the biscuit dense and tough instead of light and crumbly. Undermix and the fat doesn't incorporate evenly, giving inconsistent texture across the batch. Experienced operators know the target dough by feel and appearance, and they're checking it continuously throughout the entire mix cycle.
From mixing, the dough goes straight to the sheeting and cutting line, and this is where the factory pace really picks up. The dough feeds through a series of progressively heavier rollers that flatten it into a continuous thin sheet, moving forward on the line. Each pass reduces the thickness slightly until the sheet reaches the exact specified target, precise to a fraction of a millimeter, and consistent from edge to edge across the full width. That consistency is critical because thickness directly controls baking time and final texture. A sheet that's uneven will bake inconsistently, and at the volumes this factory runs, that's simply not an option. The rolled sheet then passes under rotary cutting dies, large cylindrical molds that stamp out biscuit shapes continuously as the sheet moves beneath them. The round shape, the embossed Good Day logo pressed into the surface, the slightly decorative edge, everything you recognize about this biscuit's appearance comes from this cutting stage. Scrap dough between the cut shapes gets collected immediately, fed back into the process, and reworked into the next batch. Nothing goes to waste.
The cut biscuit shapes move on to the baking band, a metal mesh conveyor that carries them steadily through a long tunnel oven, divided into multiple heating zones, each maintained at a different temperature. Early zones drive moisture out of the dough rapidly and activate the leavening agents, creating the slightly open internal structure that gives Good Day its characteristic lateness and the way it dissolves softly when you eat it. Middle zones set that structure permanently as proteins coagulate and starches fully gelatinize. Final zones develop the color. That warm golden brown surface is the Maillard reaction happening in real time, building the complex flavor compounds that make a properly baked biscuit taste the way it does. Total baking time runs around 8 to 12 minutes, with every zone monitored and adjusted continuously based on what's moving through it. Too hot and the surface burns before the center is properly baked. Too cool and the biscuit comes out pale, soft, and completely wrong in both texture and flavor.
Coming out of the oven, the biscuits are still hot and slightly soft. The final texture hasn't fully developed yet.
Cooling conveyors carry them through a temperature-controlled section of the line for several minutes, bringing the heat down gradually and allowing the internal structure to fully firm up and set. This step cannot be rushed. A warm biscuit is fragile, and handling it too soon means breakage. By the end of the cooling conveyor, the biscuit has developed that final snap, the clean break when you bite through or split one in half, that tells you immediately the bake was done exactly right.
Every biscuit then passes through quality inspection before a single one moves toward packaging. Machine vision camera systems mounted above the conveyor scan continuously, checking color consistency, surface condition, shape, and size against the specification. Anything too dark, too pale, cracked, chipped, or misshapen gets automatically rejected and diverted off the line before it goes any further. Human inspectors work alongside the cameras, providing a second layer of checking and catching anything the automated system might miss. The reject rate on a well-run line is kept low, but the inspection never stops, regardless of how smoothly production is running. Every biscuit and every pack has passed this stage without exception.
Packaging moves at a pace that's genuinely impressive to watch. Approved biscuits are arranged into stacks and fed into horizontal flow wrap machines that take a continuous roll of printed packaging film, form it into a sealed tube around the moving biscuit stack, and apply heat seals at both ends, all in one continuous motion at high speed. That familiar yellow and brown Good Day wrapper you've been tearing open your whole life gets formed and sealed around the product in seconds per pack. Seal quality is checked automatically because moisture is the biggest threat to shelf life. Any weak or incomplete seal, and the biscuits go soft within days of leaving the factory. Manufacturing date and best before date are printed on every single pack for full batch traceability from production to consumer.
Sealed packs move into secondary packaging, get grouped into cartons, sealed, palletized, and sent into Britannia's distribution network, one of the most extensive in Indian food manufacturing, reaching small Kirana stores in rural towns and large supermarkets in major cities with the same efficiency. The biscuit that came out of the oven a few hours ago is on a shelf and in someone's hand before the day is done.
That's the complete journey. Flour, butter, sugar, and precision, mixed carefully, sheeted consistently, cut cleanly, baked perfectly, cooled properly, inspected thoroughly, and packed at speed. Simple ingredients going through serious engineering, coming out the other end as one of India's most consistently loved biscuits. Next time you pull a Good Day out of that yellow pack and take that first bite, you'll know exactly what went into making it taste that good, and you'll still reach for another one anyway. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share it with a fellow Good Day fan, and subscribe for more factory deep dives. We'll see you in the next one.